Hey guys, Dylan from Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Doctor Who Season 2, Episode 2, titled Lux. The quest to get Belinda home leads to an abandoned cinema hiding a terrifying secret. So, this is the one that I probably know the most about in terms of episodes for this season based off of trailer information and that. In that, I know this is the one that has the weird um, cartoon character coming out into the real world. Other than that, I don't really know anything about it. I just know specifically that the character's name is Mr. Ringading and they're in this episode. And it's rumored they're somehow in relation to the Pantheon. Now, I did say last week that it was possible my reaction this week would be delayed, depending on how my recovery was going. Luckily, that did not end up happening. I am in a sling, but I'm able to sit here for prolonged periods of time. So, I guess we'll get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Imagine if we still had like people like that nowadays, just walking down the aisles. I mean, some theaters do have something similar, but did they not have concession stands back during what was it, the 60s, the 50s? If you already got people sitting in your theater, shouldn't you already have this loaded up? Hmm, moon magic. Hmm, that was a very weird sequence. I feel like that may be the key to defeating him by the end of the episode. Like he's just telegraphing what his weakness is. Not what I was expecting. I did wonder why they made sure to focus on the spoon when he put it down, but guess we figured that out. So moonlight reflecting off of the spoon, off of the nail, into the projector's um, light, somehow brought Ring a Ding to life. So go to the 23rd. And it's sort of destroyed. Hmm, impressive. Well, at least it did say should. The doctor is still a little bit cheeky. Wardrobe change. Not a bad outfit. Hmm. Not often the doctor goes to America. And as a doctor and a nurse, you'd both feel some pull to want to help. Except you can't really help, especially. Well, I guess would Time Lords have a way to? That's not a. Comeback's not really a. If they died. It's sort of his thing. Hmm. Well, that's good. Hmm. Guessing those rules that no one is to talk about. He did say risk a coffee, and you. He also did make a comment about it's probably for the best related to their skin, and she didn't pick up on either of those. What's the likelihood they got pulled into the screen? Who's that A on his finger? Hmm. Is he playing the films to keep Mr. Ringading entertained? I get a look at the color. There's been talks that the different colors of his Sonic are in relation to what story it is. Sort of like how the Vortex used to be different colors, but I couldn't see what that was to see if it matched the past color. He tried to warn them. Is he only safe because he was in there and um the Ring It couldn't reach him, or hmm. I love how he's still got the flickering color of a projector in his movement. No, he's not. Hmm. God damn it. Should have. The archipelago harbinger. I even knew he was related to the Pantheon. Great job, Rich. It gets bigger. Made you laugh? Hmm. Yeah, I could see how that would draw you in. So is she. Gods of Chaos. Really? Light, music, games, death, beasts, Krampus. Yeah, that's a cartoon. That was a little meta. Laugh. Hmm. Gain some substance. Yeah. Now, how do you get out of there? Is he gonna grab and pull down? Maybe try alternating. Oh no, that worked well enough. No, you're not. Literally just showed up. I had a feeling this wasn't quite right, but I thought it was gonna be like the Maestros, not the Maestros, the toy makers, um, little stage play. Please tell me we get to see the like BBC lot. Well, it won't be the Disney lot, I guess. Oh, sort of. How do you leak online something that happens in real life? No. You can't spoil it for the character. We're part of the show. We're about 30 minutes in. Is the key blink, not laugh? Because, well, what we see is light refracting off of objects into our eyes. And so the god of light would need our eyes open to be able to see them. They said their favourite episode was Blink over and over again, knowing that they themselves are part of the scheme and trying to help the Doctor, and will blink out of existence. Is the thing that Mr. Ringading doesn't do is blink. Hmm. This was a weird episode so far. Hmm. I guess, yeah, Ringading did not stop moving. Did take a little bit of damage there. Like what Tenth did with his hand. Oh, he does blink. Never mind. Hmm. Yeah, the reincarnation light. Light it up. It's daylight. They never checked it at night. Only during the day. Nope, don't like that. Really do not like that one. What is this gonna do for 15 though? Like he said he was saving a pocket of Time Lord energy to regen burn on his hand. What happens when it gets siphoned out of you? What did he sound like Sid the Sloth there? So I'm pretty sure they just killed those 15 people. So this god technically won. Huh. Not how I was expecting that to go. Hmm. 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 Yeah. Well, okay. Never mind. We know she somehow gets to the intergalactic space thing, so of course she'd be back in 52. Ugh, really, really being interested this season already. Hang on, there's a little bit more. Okay, so that was Lux. Definitely not what I was expecting from another Pantheon episode, because the Toy Maker was terrifying. Maestro, they were terrifying. Sutek, the fact that they had been waiting for eons, seeding death across the entirety of the universe, was terrifying. I never saw the Mara. I never saw the Trickster. I never saw any of the other ones because I didn't watch the spin-offs, nor have I seen Classic Who. Lux was not that terrifying. Yeah, they still had the unimaginable power of a being of creation, but they weren't necessarily nefarious. What do they do? Immortalize those 15 in film, didn't kill them or anything. The toy maker, well, he trapped people in his games. The Maestro killed people. Sutek obviously killed people. Um, he gave Reginald his wife back so long as he gave him light to feed off of. Like, that was a symbiotic relationship, but it's not, like, bad. And yeah, he did trap the Doctor and Belinda in a cartoon. They were actively trying to stop him. So you can sort of understand where he's coming from there. And in the end, he got what he wanted. Like, he became light. He got his own body, if you can call becoming the vast infinite light of the cosmos a body. Because he did revert back to 2D once he was exposed. Did not like the 3D model of it. No, that was unsettling. I really thought they were trying to hint at something with the whole thing in the middle. Like, yeah, as the character said, they gave away the ending in the middle with the whole it explode. It all goes up in flames. Like, yeah, that was always going to be happening. They explored that at the start when he was talking about the Reginald's wife. Like, so that it's not really that bad. But the fact that there was just, what do I never do? Them insisting over and over again, blink without question. Them saying, we'll blink out of existence. I really thought that because a being of light, everything we perceive is purely just light bouncing off of an object into the cones of our eyes. That if we blocked that line of sight, if we closed our eyes, Lux would not have the power because the light would not be perceptible. Therefore, he could not be perceived by the people. That's what I thought they were getting at. They didn't go that. That is a route they could have gone, but giving him what he wanted in the end was not detrimental to anyone. Like, he won. By all accounts, yes, the Doctor saved the day. He got the 15 people out. He saved himself and Belinda. We don't know what happened to Reginald. I assume he died in the explosion. But with all that, yes, he got the good outcome. But he still technically lost because the antagonist got what they wanted. This is the first god that he hasn't beaten. I guess technically, with what they were intending to do with the Trickster, and the fact that that was all Sarah Jane, very little the Doctor, technically I wouldn't say that he beat the Trickster. And I don't know what the story with Krampus is, other than the fact that there is a story with Krampus, so I don't know if he beat him as well, but definitely beat the Mara. Beat the 3 in the previous season. I love how when they're going through all their favourite episodes, it's like, what about this one that I was in? Or this one that I was in? Or this one that I was in? Did you like any of the stories that I was in? And they're like, no, we like the introduction of the Weeping Angels. And considering he brought up timey-wimey in the last episode, that's 2 references to that episode out of the 2 this season so far. But anyway, very interested because the next episode, all we know is that it's called The Well. And it is one of the 2 episodes that they want you to go in blind for. Now, I've already heard stuff about it, officially released stuff, not like spoils or anything. So, I can say them. The only thing I know is that the doctor says he's seen this before, and it was the last time he was terrified. So, this is a continuational story of a time that the doctor was genuinely scared. I've seen a few things tossed out as to what that could be, most of them coming from David Tennant's run, but I don't know. All I know is that the next one is meant to be scary. Well, horror. As scary as Doctor Who will be. And I don't know, because some of the ones that I've seen thrown out do have an interesting premise. Like, I've seen Waters of Mars thrown out as a continuation or a prequel to that. I've seen Midnight, a continuation or a prequel of that. Both of those, the Doctor was scared. You had the Time Lord Victorious in Waters of Mars, and you had the Midnight Entity, which the Doctor could not beat. And, yeah. I've also seen the Satyr Pit, well, the Beast Below Satyr Pit, as a prequel, meaning that with 2 of those, if they are prequels, the Doctor does not defeat the enemy. All he does is trap it and has to figure out how to do that in a way that his past version will in the future be able to beat them. Now, yes, that does sort of reduce some of the stakes because we know inevitably how it ends up. But we also do know that time is not necessarily unchangeable, because we've seen events in the future, but we've also seen the world destroyed in 2024. So, who's to say that if the Doctor screws up, he doesn't completely alter things that have already happened within his own time stream? And that adds an extra risk to the episode. But, yeah. That's all speculation. For all we know, it could have been an off-screen thing that we don't know of, and we're going to learn why the Doctor was terrified by encountering this creature for the first time for us. Because that has happened before, the Doctor talking about some off-screen adventure when he re-meets something, so... who knows? But that's for next week's episode, not this week's. And yeah, so I guess with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.